Shedeur Sanders was once considered the future of the Cleveland Browns. Son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, he brought with him not just a big name, but undeniable talent and a leadership presence that energized fans and players alike. Drafted with high expectations and a massive spotlight already aimed at him, Shedeur entered the NFL surrounded by hype, but also immense pressure. And now, after just months in the system, rumors are swirling that he could be on his way out. Multiple reports have emerged this week suggesting that the Browns are seriously considering a blockbuster trade for a veteran quarterback, one with a staggering $180 million contract. And if that deal goes through, Shedeur Sanders would likely be the odd man out. But once felt like a long-term investment in youth, that's the part that has fans divided. Social media erupted with passionate takes. Some see the move as smart, citing the Browns' defensive core and the window of opportunity they're in. Teams aren't just building for next season. They're constantly recalculating risk, reward, and public pressure. If the Browns brass feels like a deep playoff run is within reach, they might not be willing to wait 2 or 3 seasons for Shedeur to develop into the guy. Others call it betrayal, a rushed decision that sacrifices the future for a desperate present. His last social media post was cryptic, just a 3-word tweet. Time will tell. Training camp is around the corner, and all eyes will be on every snap, every rep, every QB comparison. Others want to build around youth, potential, and a new chapter for the franchise. Either way, one thing is certain. Shedeur Sanders' name is in the spotlight again. And this time, it's not for a touchdown or a viral clip. It's for the uncertain future that hangs in the balance of a front office decision. If the Browns make the trade, the future of Shedeur could shift instantly and dramatically. The pressure is real, and as always in the NFL, nothing is guaranteed. He could be traded to another team hungry for a young talent. He could ride the bench and wait his turn. Or he could rise through competition, prove himself faster than expected, and force the front office to rethink everything. Some read it as calm confidence. Others took it as quiet frustration. Either way, it's clear he's paying attention. And so is his father. Deion Sanders has remained silent on the matter, but you can be sure he's watching closely. If things go south, don't be surprised if Deion steps in with public support, or even criticism of how the Browns have handled his son's trajectory. The Browns' quarterback situation has been a carousel for years. He's barely had time to adjust, let alone shine. In preseason reps and off-season camps, he showed flashes that many say shouldn't be ignored. His arm strength, accuracy on intermediate throws, and ability to extend plays outside the pocket all suggest a high ceiling. It's possible that these rumors are more about leverage than intent. Floating interest in a major quarterback might be a way to shake the table, drive competition, or light a fire under existing talent. But in doing so, they risk damaging morale, especially for a young QB who's just starting to find his rhythm in the league. The idea of giving up on him now feels premature, even reckless, to a growing number of supporters. Injuries, inconsistency, and short-lived experiments have kept Cleveland from finding the true franchise QB they've been desperate for. When Shedeur came in, the hope was clear. Develop him, mold him into the long-term answer, and give the city a new face to rally behind. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a young quarterback, he's a brand. He carries the charisma of his father, the modern media awareness of a generation raised on social platforms, and a growing fan base that sees him as more than just an athlete. Trading him wouldn't just be a football decision. It would be a cultural statement, one that could haunt the Browns if he ends up thriving elsewhere. He had shown impressive poise during off-season training, displaying natural touch, high football IQ, and an ability to command a locker room. Early signs pointed to steady growth, even if the leap to NFL-level speed and pressure was still being navigated. And development now looks like it could turn into a short-term gamble on experience and star power. And fans are anything but quiet about it. To understand the full story, we need to rewind a bit. But in the shadows of optimism, pressure was mounting. Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl MVP, had quietly returned as a veteran presence. The leading candidates, names like Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford, have surfaced. The idea behind the move is simple. Skip the development curve. Go all in on a win-now model, and hope that a battle-tested QB can lead the Browns deep into the playoffs, maybe even to a Super Bowl. But at what cost? Dorian Thompson-Robinson was still in the building. Kenny Pickett, a recent acquisition, brought added competition. And behind closed doors, it seems the Browns' front office wasn't fully sold on waiting for potential to materialize. They wanted results. Now, enter the new rumor: Cleveland making moves to trade for a proven veteran quarterback with a jaw-dropping $180 million contract. If this trade becomes reality, Shedeur's role would be significantly downgraded, or worse. He could be traded himself, cut, or buried in the depth chart with no clear path forward. Fans who have followed Shedeur from his college days at Jackson State in Colorado feel like they haven't even seen what he is fully capable of. But in the NFL, timing is everything. And sometimes, talent takes a back seat to timing and business. The league is ruthless. Still, there's more at play here than stats and contracts. There's narrative. Some insiders have pointed out that the Browns may not fully intend to trade Shedeur, but are exploring options to create pressure or drive other negotiations. Adding to the drama, Shedeur hasn't publicly commented on the rumors. What's next for Shedeur Sanders? That depends on what happens behind the scenes in Cleveland over the coming weeks. For now, fans remain divided. Some want the proven veteran, the fast track to playoff success. The stakes are high.